What's up guys, today we're going to be comparing the OnePlus 7 Pro to the Mi 9T. So if you're someone like me that was debating on even whether to get a flagship, I was using the Mi 9T as my main device. Hopefully this video will help you. Now when you look at both bodies on each phone, they're very similar. As you can see, they're both glass and metal designs, and they even both have the same triple camera setup, and they're about, the OnePlus 7 Pro is thinner, but they feel about the same. The Mi 9T is a little bit heavier. You have USB Type-C and the speaker at the bottom, but no headphone jack on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Both these phones have pop-up cameras, which is pretty cool. I really like the Mi 9T's pop-up camera because it does light up red, so I really like that over the OnePlus 7 Pros. So when you flip the device over, you're greeted with two full screen displays which look really nice. The Mi 9T has bigger bezels than the OnePlus 7 Pro, so you have much thinner bezels on here, and you have also a curved display. So the OnePlus 7 Pro actually has a Fluid AMOLED display. It is a 6.67 inch, so it's a pretty big phone, 1440 by 3120. So it is Quad HD, 516 for the PPI. So the Mi 9T also has a really great display. It has an AMOLED display as well, 6.39 inches. It is 1080 by 2340 and 403 for the PPI. So they both have really good displays, you know, Quad HD, Full HD, but they both look really good in person. And also I kind of prefer the, you know, just the flat screen on the Mi 9T. I like the curved edges. It makes the phone feel premium, but it's just not like necessary to me when watching videos and content and stuff like that. Alright, so when you're actually watching videos, will you be able to notice the 1440p versus the 1080p? And yes, you will be able to notice on the OnePlus 7 Pro, it is a little bit more clear and just looks a little bit sharper. And the OnePlus 7 Pro's display actually gives off better colors in my opinion, but you know, the OnePlus 7 Pro's display is very impressive, so that could be a reason why you would want to pick up a flagship. If you're just really into media consumption, then you might just want a, you know, a Quad HD display that's going to give you the best image quality. Now you've got dual speakers on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and you got a single firing speaker on the Mi 9T, but the Mi 9T speaker actually sounds great. But let's go ahead and compare it. So as you can see, very thumpy. The bass is still nice, even for just one speaker. So as you can see, the OnePlus 7 Pro is just much louder. It has more depth to the sound. But that goes to a testament to the Mi 9T on how good just that one single speaker is, because they do sound close. It's just more depth in sound. It's not better in quality like that much. Alright, so the next question would be, will you notice the higher refresh rate on the OnePlus 7 Pro? And yes, when you're scrolling and stuff like that, it is much smoother. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't notice after, like, you know, the first couple of days of using it. I didn't really notice until I went back to the Mi 9T for about a week, and you will notice. So you know, you might have to jump back and forth to really appreciate the 90 Hz refresh rate, but it just feels really smooth when you're scrolling. So definitely a nice feature that's hard to go, you know, it's hard to go back to a lower refresh rate. Now as far as getting into the phone, the OnePlus 7 Pro is much faster. One thing I love about the Mi 9T is when you turn it off, the fingerprint scanner animation is always there. With the OnePlus 7 Pro, you kind of have to pick it up or tap it, but the fingerprint scanner in OnePlus 7 Pro is the fastest that I've tested. So let's go ahead and test it out. 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, extremely fast. The Mi 9T is not slow by any means with the fingerprint scanner. The OnePlus 7 Pro is just very fast. Now if you want to use Face Unlock on both these phones, you can. You can also use the pin pattern. The pop-up camera works great on both these guys, so no complaint there. Alright, let's keep running down some specs. So both these guys are running Android 9. They both will receive Android 10, Oxygen OS, MyUI on the Mi 9T, Snapdragon 855 on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and the Snapdragon 730. The Mi 9T, they both actually don't have expandable storage, which sucks. The OnePlus 7 Pro has 128 gigabytes of storage. The Mi 9T has 64 gigs. You have 6 gigabytes of RAM on the Mi 9T, and you actually have 6 gigabytes of RAM on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Alright, so let's go ahead and run some applications just to see how much faster it is. So we got everything cleared out. Let's go ahead and just launch YouTube. Let's go ahead and launch Spotify. Let's try Twitter. And let's go ahead and try a game real quick. Try Jetpack Joyride. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and try the Call of Duty game. 3, 2, 1. So if you don't play a lot of games, then I wouldn't really recommend getting a flagship, because they're both pretty much the same when you're launching real world applications. But if you do, you know, there's a big difference. Alright, let's talk about camera. So the OnePlus 7 Pro has a 48 megapixel wide. You also have an 8 megapixel telephoto lens and a 16 megapixel ultra wide. So the Mi 9T actually has a 48 megapixel wide, an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 13 megapixel ultra wide. So for the front facing camera, you do have a 20 megapixel pop-up on the Mi 9T, and on the front facing camera on the 7 Pro you have a 16 megapixel pop-up. So picture quality, the OnePlus 7 Pro, believe it or not, does not kill the Mi 9T in terms of picture quality. Now yes, it does have a better camera, it does better with colors, and it gets more detail, but it's not like too crazy off. So I think the OnePlus 7 Pro does really good with color. The Mi 9T kind of washes out color a little bit, as you can see, but they both are getting really good detail, which I really like. It's just the OnePlus 7 Pro is slightly sharper, and it gets, like I said, the color more accurate. Now if we check these trees out, you can see the OnePlus 7 Pro is a little bit more sharp, and as you can see, it's just got a little bit more detail with the photos, so it just looks a little bit better. The Mi 9T is a little bit washed compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro, but as you can see, you look at the ground, they both look similar. So both really good cameras on both these guys. Now here's the pictures of the rocks, and as you can see, the Mi 9T again washes out colors a little bit more, and the OnePlus 7 Pro you know, kept the colors, and it's a little bit more clear. It was able to focus on more of the rocks and stuff like that. So you know, obvious winner with the OnePlus 7 Pro. You're paying that, you know, premium price to get a better camera, but the Mi 9T is not too far off actually. So let's go ahead and talk about battery life and charging. So you have a non-removable 4,000 milliamp battery on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and fast charging, it is a 30-watt warp charge, and it is extremely fast. On the Mi 9T, you also have a 4,000 milliamp battery, and you have 18-watt fast charging. So you get better battery life on the Mi 9T if you saw my battery drain video, and that's because if you're using the OnePlus 7 Pro display, the 90 hertz refresh rate, it's going to kill the battery. So if I put this on 60 hertz, you know, should get about the same battery life. So you know, battery life is better on the Mi 9T, but you know, if you want to lower that refresh rate to get better battery life, that's going to be great. But that warp charge makes it so it's not really a big deal, because in 30 minutes the phone is pretty much charged up, which is really nice. So the question is, should you pay that extra money to get a flagship device? So should you pay the extra 300 bucks? And I'm gonna say, you know, if you're somebody that does not take pictures, and you don't take you're not a big gamer on your phone, then I was fine with the Mi 9T using it as my daily driver. I don't take pictures and I'm not a big gamer, so I don't need the games to load up the fastest, and I don't need to play games on the highest settings. So that's a decision you're gonna have to make for yourself. I think the Mi 9T is definitely capable of being a a daily driver for somebody who's even into tech, but I'm gonna spend a lot of money. So if you want the display is where it's at. The reason I got it was because the display does make a big difference. The Quad HD, the 90 hertz. I watch a lot of videos, and it's just been a joy using the display on the OnePlus 7 Pro. So thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.